Good morning, everyone. Guess where we are? Hang on, I'm gonna get this stupid headset off because I look like I'm a telemarketer. All right, guess what I got in front of me? It's the Canon Alpha PHEV. It's parked next to my PHEV. So we got two PHEVs now. We got Mr. CCP Hub and Mr. CCP, Mr. Chinese Car Parts. And guess what? Chinese Car Parts Hub. I'm gonna take it because we're gonna go drop off our diesel Alpha, which is over there. If anyone wants to buy it, beautiful Canon Alpha diesel for sale. Bull bar, snorkel, platform, bloody lithium battery, everything in it. It's got roller shutter, nitrogen suspension. Let us know if you want that. But for now, we're gonna start modifying this. And we're gonna start doing R&D, the antenna bracket for R&Ding the antenna bracket for UHF mount for both the BYD Shark and the Canon Alpha because we've been so busy. We just finished this Shark over here. Got one of our flat pack canopies. We've got a brand new canopy coming for that, but let's get in this PHEV and let's go. Initial impression of the Canon Alpha, straight away, one thing I noticed, headrest position is very far forward. Not very far, but definitely further forward than say the BYD Shark, even though the BYD Shark is in a fixed position. I had this in my Canon when they did the 5-star ANCAP crash rating. They had to change over all the headrests and I never went to get mine changed because I hated all customers that got the 5-star ANCAP crash rating headrest changed over, and it made your head sit really far forward to pass ADR, but anyway, or pass the ANCAP. This one is not as bad as the Canon. I've just put the seat back a little bit and it is better, but that's all right. It still feels comfy. I don't think it's quite as comfy as the Shark. I find it a little bit annoying, but it's not too bad. How's it drive compared to the Shark? I mean, I've been driving for 2 minutes. However, I've driven many Canon Alphas. Obviously the non-plug-in hybrid, I've got a Tank 500 in the non-plug-in. So this is similar to what I used to drive. And how's it drive? Definitely reminds me of my 500. The characteristics of it are very similar. So the power, it has got more power and it has got less lag. However, it definitely does still drive similar to the 500, so the non-plug-in. I think if you buy one of these vehicles, what you need to look at is what you're going to be using the vehicle primarily for. If you're wanting to tow 3.5 ton, you're going to buy a Canon Alpha, because the Canon Alpha has a 3.5 ton tow capacity. It is more suited to that. Did you see that? In emergency braking, it just was overactive just then because it thought I was going to hit the car. It just tried to come on and I was accelerating. Yeah, the safety systems in this is a little bit more, it has a heart attack more than the Shark, I find. I think that's a few things that GWM has to work on, is definitely the calibrations on a lot of their stuff. So great thing about the Shark is they do over-the-air updates in your house, whereas unfortunately in China this car has the potential to do that. However, in Australia we don't get access to that, which sucks. So you can't do over-the-air updates. I reckon GWM should implement that and try and really get the over-the-air updates working on these vehicles, because it'd be really beneficial for them. So when they're doing a safety update or, you know, any of their, I mean, to be honest with you, Ricoh, I just noticed, hasn't blocked this and it's not going off at me, so it's not too bad. So that is improved over the Tank 500 massively, or the old Canon Alpha non-plug-in, so, and the diesel. So the safety system, the tension warning is a lot better, so that is a tick to GWM. I also noticed the safety systems are not over-intrusive like they used to be. Yes, we saw it just try and do an emergency brake just then, but it is way better. So all your lane centering and everything, it does feel way better than before. Anyway, so we'll get up onto the freeway here. Let's see how she goes. Yeah, it goes good. Definitely goes good. Like, I mean, it drives really well. And that's the thing. So these cars, everyone's comparing, you know, the Shark to the PHEV. They're completely different vehicles. If you want a Shark, get a Shark. If you want a Canon, get a Canon. I think they're both really, really good vehicles on the market right now. So I wouldn't be shaming each other for choosing one or the other. I personally think the Shark feels a lot more solid on the road than this, 100%. But then saying that, I'm not saying this feels terrible on the road, because if I jumped in that Ranger in front of me, it would feel the same as this. What I'm saying is just the handling in the Shark just feels very different to any other car on the market, because I think where the battery is located, it's such in a centered position and it is so low that it keeps the whole car very, very planted like an EV. Your center of gravity is very low with the weight being very low, so it makes the car handle extremely well compared to any other four-wheel drive ute on the market. So even when compared to this, the battery is situated in the back of the car. There's a massive difference between this and that. The brakes on this are improved. However, I don't think they're as good as the Shark. But then saying that, this car here, so it has a proper transfer case, it has diff lock front and rear. So this car is way more capable than the Shark and will go way more places in crazy hardcore terrain than the Shark ever will, right? It will tow more, it will go off-road more, but the Shark will, from day to day, I personally think the Shark is a nicer car to drive. The seats in this, they feel more plush. This feels more roomy in here, I think, than the Shark. Definitely feels more open and spacious than the Shark. The Shark feels a little bit more like a cockpit, where it sort of feels more around you, where you're sitting in a cockpit like an old Supra. Saying that, they're both really good vehicles. I'm driving. Let's test the cruise control, because the Tank 500 had issues with the cruise control. Let's see how the distance is. So we're going to go up to 90, 110, set it, and we're going to set the distance to minimum, which is set there, the green. All right, and then I'm going to let go and see what it does. So it's braking because it's red. So we're losing distance. There's a Ranger up my ass. We're losing distance. We're losing distance. Yellow, which means it's okay, and green. So this is the distance that it wants to keep from the car in front of you, which I personally still to this day think is absolutely ridiculous. There's about 4 to 5 car gaps between me and this truck, because what happens is people keep coming in front of you and cutting you off because they see a massive gap in front of you. That's another thing you guys need to update. But other than that, the car is awesome. It's fast, it's quiet, so comfortable. The seats are amazing in it. 360 camera is insane. I'm gonna go stop and flat. Yeah, so really responsive. Yeah, really responsive, handled good coming out of that corner. It drives really well, honestly. I think if you're in the market for a PHEV, I think you need to choose wisely. There's another brand on the market that I haven't driven, but maybe I should go and do a drive and see what I think of it. I don't think it competes with this. I've seen other reviewers review it and give it high scores when it didn't even get up a mountain, couldn't even get up a little sand, you know, on Big Red. They had multiple attempts at doing it, and you're buying a four-wheel drive and it can't get up that. I mean, come on, you guys, everyone had a go at the Shark because it couldn't get up Beer O'Clock. Mate, the Shark got up Big Red easy as, so did the Alpha, and then the little Ranger PHEV struggled, and well, not even struggle, had to get towed up. Come on, man. What are you guys on about? Relax, all right? Putting these up against the Ranger, and the Ranger's a lot more expensive vehicle. The battery's half the size, so your traveling distance battery only is nothing. It's like 50 Ks, which is like 30 Ks real world. Depending on how you drive, you jump on the freeway, it's gonna be like 30 Ks, which is like nothing. And then the charging speed is terrible. So it can't go off-roading, charging speed's terrible. The only positive I can see going for it personally is the GPOs in the tub are better than the Shark, and obviously the Alpha has none in the tub, which sucks. I don't know why they did that. But yeah, so I think the plugs, and they've also got a 15 amp outlet in the tub, which helps when you're caravanning and you can have a 15 amp circuit, whereas on the Shark you can't do that unless you get a adapter for the external PowerPoint, the vehicle to load adapter, and run a 15 amp off that, which can be done on the Shark, but it's another accessory you got to try and get. It doesn't come with the car, and it's more mucking around, and it's not in the tub. So I think the Ranger is really good for that. Other than that, I think it misses the mark totally. So there you go. Anyway, I'm dropping off my car to do some R&D. Peace out, have a good one. Woo! Please like and subscribe. And this car's gonna get modified, like hectically modified. So there you go.
Jesus! Holy!